At is one of the most stuck bolts I have ever dealt with. Just a few minutes after we removed it. Now, this is a bolt that is in the spot of the bushing on the pivot part of the control arm on a Yerfdal go-kart. And you can see that it was right there at the front of the go-kart, and I mean it was completely seized inside of its sleeve in a very dramatic fashion. And fortunately, it has a very good head on it and was a pretty hard bolt. Now at first, of course, I just used penetrating oil and then tried to get it off with the big breaker bars, but to no avail. It was just absolutely seized. So I did lots of pulling, consternation, went to the impact wrench, even to the point of using the 5/16 antique Craftsman non-impact bit, which survived very well. Did not know it would, but it survived very well because we were really just using it at low pressure just to knock it back and forth with this heavy impact wrench, and that didn't break it loose. So you can tell what we did was we went to the angle grinder here and used that to cut little sleeve and cut points, lines into the actual control arm, so that we ended up with a kind of a window there. And we actually scratched the bolt a little bit, as you can see. The bolt itself has some places in it, and we actually opened that up where we were able to get the penetrating spray in there and let that do its work and soak while we knocked it back and forth with this, and eventually we got it to the point where it would spin. And also in part of the process, we heated it up big time a couple times with the TS8000 Bernzomatic here with the regular propane fuel there, or butane, or propane fuel. And anyway, heated it up big time several times, and all that combined together, along with this nice strong head on this bolt, to get it to where it would spin. And it was spinning around and spinning around very, very slowly. It was extremely tight, and we kept on putting the silicone spray on there. And of course, the good news is that we were able to access the back of the bolt, the threaded end, and we had the nut there, so we were able to tap on it, push on it, and pop it and bang it to where it started going laterally back through this sleeve, and then eventually, as you can imagine, finally it broke loose and we were able to pull it out by hand. But I'm going to tell you what, this was the stuckest bolt I have ever dealt with. It was immovable, and no, it wasn't. We were able to move it. So if you hang in there and spend a couple of 3 days, and you have to be very patient. Just know that that bolt can come out, because that bolt went in there in, I guess, most cases. And be very patient with your penetrating spray and get as much access to the bolt as you can, especially since, you know, this control arm is busted. We're replacing it. You can get it out. You can do it. Even though sometimes it seems impossible, you can remove that stuckest bolt in the world. Have a great day.